nicely also. Everyone spoke nicely. Muralidhar spoke the nicest because it was so short. I'm not the nicest because I couldn't emulate him. But millions and millions of animals are being slaughtered, and even in India, it's really shocking. And we thought, the Hindu government would come and change everything, but it's not happening. But there are some changes. You can't take everything away from them. But, it would be nice if they closed the slaughterhouses and the liquor factories. Prem Kishore Prabhu, and then later on, I think it was Manjari Mataji who, condemned modern education in their speeches. And, well, I already said that. Kurma Rupa was very unhappy with the modern education. Someday, that will have to be tackled. That will have to be, but it's going to have to be done by, maybe setting the example like Kurma Rupa did. He took care of the cows. Somebody has to start the Vedic Educational Institution. Mayapur has it, the Bhaktivedanta Academy. But it's not perfect. And what is not perfect? Sanskritam nasti. Asti kintu vartalapaha nasti. I'm going to end with this. We changed our name, we changed our religion, we changed our food, we changed our dress. We didn't change our language. Sanskritam shikshaniyam. Learn Sanskrit, speak Sanskrit. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Kurma Rupa Prabhu, Jayo Jayo Jayaha. That's the Sanskrit. Jayo Jayo Jayaha. Ki Jai, Bengali and Hindi. Jayo Jayo Jayaha. Hare Krishna.
So we'd like to thank His Grace Prabhu for very lively appreciation of the principles that our dear Guru requested for. So is Vrindavan Chandra still here? So I'd like to request Vrindavan Chandra, who is helping Food for Life, Food for Care for Cows. Please take his offering at the lotus feet of the Guru.
I would like to discuss Hare Krishna. I would like to tell about few pastimes or memories I have with Kurma Rupa Prabhu. After Indra Prabhu's departure in 2010, I met Prabhuji in September 2010. I wrote him on Facebook, and he said, okay, let's come near Krishna Balram Tea, I'll see you there. Then we met together, and it was something like we know each other for a long, long time. And that was our first meeting, though. And then I asked him, Prabhuji, then we were discussing so many things related to cows. I was also into cows. And I said, okay, Prabhuji, could you give me initiation? So he was smiling, and he said, no, I'm not accepting any disciple or something. And then I was just asking him again and again. He said, okay, you wait 1-2 years, then let's see. Then after 2 years, then the same time, we start to discuss about Indra Prabhu and so many things. He was considering Indra Prabhu as his Shiksha Guru. He said one night, I was crying and missing Indra so much. And same night, Indra Prabhu came into his dream. And he said, Indra was smiling, and he said, you rascal, chant more and more. And he said it was really so serious, so I took it so seriously, and I start to chant more and more. As I know personally, I asked him, he was chanting 64 rounds minimum for last 10 years. And he said before my name was Pranshu, he said, Pranshu, before, there were so many times I have no funds for my cows and I could directly, do nothing. So what I'm doing that time, I'm telling Krishna, I will open the gate of my Goshala and your cows will go out and I don't know who will care them. I don't have funds. And he said, I used to close my door and I used to chant and chant and chant. And he said, immediately I would have, flood of donation. Heavy donations. He said, it happened few times. Then I was practically having nothing to, serve my cows. He said, I would just simply say, I will open the door of my Goshala. And immediately, I have, funds. He said, our first and the last business is to chant. I was also into Go Seva, so unfortunately I came in contact with some people who was also protecting cows, and the devotees also, they guided me in the way that, okay, you don't chant your 16 rounds, you just serve cows, it's very nice. But Prabhuji corrected me that time. I stopped chanting, 16 rounds for like few months because I was into Go Seva or something. He said, no, our main business is to chant. This is the strength of our Seva. We will get strength. And I remember he used to do night patrolling, and it was stopped for some time because of some problems. And then when we met, then we started again this seva. And he would sleep at 7:30 and latest, and he would get up 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. So we would meet, and I observed one thing, that he was very, very serious in his chanting, very serious. He would never speak so much nighttime during patrolling. He would just chant his rounds very nicely. We were few devotees, and I was at least in the mode of full passion, I would, say let the butchers come. I will eat them, kill them, chop them, like so many things. And he would simply say, let them come, we will serve together. He would say, we will serve together, butchers. He was so active, he had so much, energy to serve cows. He was having no attachment practically to his body. He would say a few times that, I don't want to leave Vrindavan, so if something unfavorable happens, please don't take my name to police, because I don't want to leave Vrindavan. I want to serve my cows here. And one second. So I asked him, I said, Prabhuji, you're also, I heard that you were a teacher in Gurukula, so please could you tell me about, Bhagavad Gita and everything. Then for 1 week I went to Kurma Rupa Prabhu at his place, and he started to teach me from the shloka, chapter 4, shlok number 34. Tadviri paripatena pariprashnena sevaya updekshayanti te jnanam jnaninas tatvataha darshinaha. And he was just explaining about this shloka for 1 week continuously. And it was so deep. It was so deep. And I remember, one day he called me at his Goshala and he said, Pranshu, I was just, running after my bull Bhola, and I noticed one thing, that I don't have that stamina which I had. So I think, I will now stop doing night patrolling. He said, now I feel like I'm an old man. So I asked, he was also not feeling comfortable with so many of his associates. He said, they have so much greed for land, for property, for Lakshmi. And I said, well, do you trust someone? He said, yes, I trust Keshi. Keshi is my working hands. I can trust him. If I will leave, I believe he is very dedicated to cows. And now I'll share my recent experiences with Prabhuji. 2 weeks ago, I met Prabhuji again, 3 weeks ago. I was in contact with him, but I started to go every day. So he introduced me with his servant Satyadev. He said, you just see this boy Satyadev. He is my servant, he is my son, he is my cook, He's my bodyguard. He's serving me so nicely. He was so pleased by Satyadev's service. And then he asked me, he said, okay, Vrindavan Chandra, you see my chart and let me know how much time I have left. So next day I came to him. I said, Prabhuji, what do you want? Should I tell you truth? Or like, he said, no, tell me truth. I said, okay, if you overcome the time like before 2nd of July, then it is more easy time for you. Before that, it's really going to be very hard time. I was asking him to give lecture in temple. I said, Prabhuji, you have done already great seva to Srila Prabhupada. Please, I have one request. You just come to temple and give lecture. I asked Adikesha Prabhu. He said, okay, that's a great idea. And he wanted to come for Bhagavad Gita class. He said, okay, let me get some strength. Let me overcome this date, 2nd of July. So I would like to come. Then meanwhile, I asked him some personal questions about his past. He said, he never saw Srila Prabhupada. He never saw Srila Prabhupada. He said, but I never felt that. He said, I'm with Srila Prabhupada every single second of my life. He said, his instructions are complete, and if you follow his instructions, so you'll get full perfection. Then one very nice thing I asked him, I said, Prabhuji, you have done a lot of seva. Please tell me now, do you feel some kind of now in the last time of your life, some reciprocation or from Krishna, from Srila Prabhupada? He said, I don't know that, but sometimes when I close my eyes, I see very special, beautiful cows. He said, when I close my eyes, sometimes I see very special, beautiful cows. So that is the reciprocation, he said. And he said, I remember my parents, they asked me to leave ISKCON, otherwise they will not give me any property or nothing. He said, but now I consider that a best decision in my life that I never left ISKCON. He said, my wife, she asked me to leave Srila Prabhupada. I left her. And now, on the final time, I'm feeling that I was so fortunate to took that decision. I used to ask him some funny questions. I said, Prabhuji, what do you think about homosexual and gays? He said, I think they should surrender to Balaram. They should drink as much cow milk they can and eat so much ghee. So they will get real strength and they will become gentlemen. And I will say one more thing that I remember, and we all remember the story of Jad Bharat. He was always Krishna conscious and he loved cows. He was Krishna conscious and he loved cows. He was always forcing that this is our first duty and the last duty to chant Harinam. Even a day before his departure, he said, you call Keshav, he should come and do Kirtan. He asked me a few times, he said, you call Keshav, he should come and do Kirtan. And practically, he never took even a single penny from Gomata. That is the great observation by everyone. He was spending his own money, which he was earning by design, by photography, or whatever, but he never took even a single rupee from Gomata. He never did any kind of marketing about himself. He was only preaching about Krishna. He set an example how to live in Braj, actually. Eating, sleeping was not his business. He was really serving. Eating, sleeping just in Vrindavan is not enough. He did, to get something extraordinary, he did something extraordinary, that I can say. I am very fortunate to have his great association. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Go Bhakta Kurma Rupa ki jai, Go Rakshak Kurma Rupa ki jai. Hare Krishna.
We'd like to thank Vrindavan Chandra for very wonderful stories about the work of this wonderful organization. Next, I'd like to call R.P. Singh. Please make his offering.
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। यहाँ पे सभी वैष्णवों ने कुर्मा रूपा प्रभु जी के विषय में हर पहलू को छुआ, लेकिन एक ऐसा पहलू था जो उनका मेरे साथ बहुत विशेष तौर पे जुड़ा हुआ था। वो था एक रहस्यात्मक पहलू। जब मैं उनसे पहली बार मिला, मैं बड़ा परेशान था। मैंने अपने घर का टीवी खोला, सामने महानिधि स्वामी लेक्चर डिलीवर कर रहे थे। नीचे एक स्क्रॉल घूम रहा था, केयर फॉर काउ। इमीडिएटली मैंने उनको एक मेल लिखा और उन्होंने मुझको टाइम दिया कि आप आ जाओ। मैं वहाँ आया तो मैं एक जनरल मैं आज की भाषा में उसको मायावादी बोलूँ, मैं एक मायावादी था। तो मैं जस्ट एक डोनेशन पुण्य करना आया था कि मैं डोनेशन देता हूँ, मैं यहाँ पे भी एक डोनेशन दे देता हूँ। उन्होंने मुझसे डोनेशन ले लिया। उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि अगले फ्राइडे को फिर आप मेरे पास आना। मैं नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे को उनके पास गया और मुझसे बोले कि अब आपको हर फ्राइडे को आना है, सैटरडे और संडे आपको मेरे साथ रहना है। तो मैंने कहा प्रभु जी, ये तो मेरे लिए बहुत ही असंभव है कि मैं यहाँ पर आ सकूँ, क्योंकि मेरी कुछ प्रतिबंधिता है कि जिसको मुझे निभाना पड़ता है। तो उन्होंने कहा कि आपको आना ही पड़ेगा, चाहे आप आसान तरीके से आएँ, चाहे आप किसी अन्य तरीके से आएँ। तो फिर वो मुझे महानिधि स्वामी जी के पास ले गए। महानिधि स्वामी जी ने कहा कि मुझको ऑर्डर दिया कि आपको गायों की सेवा करनी है और आपको रूपादास जी के साथ रहना है। तो मुझे बड़ा अचंभा सा लगा, क्योंकि मैं इस ISKCON को, कृष्णा कॉन्शियस को एक अलग ही चीज़ मानता था। हाँ, क्योंकि हम जिस परिपाटी से चल रहे थे तो हम उसको आज की भाषा मायावादी कहते हैं कि ठीक है, ईश्वर निराकार होता है, जब वो अपना विस्तार करता है सृष्टि का निर्माण होता है। तो मुझको रूपादास जी ने कहा कि जब आप मेरे पास पहली बार आए तो मेरी जितनी भी गायें थीं वो सब के सब आपकी तरफ खिंची चली गई, जो मुझे बहुत ही अजीब लगा कि ऐसे कैसे हुआ। तो उसी दिन मुझे लगा कि कुछ है तेरे पास जो मुझे नहीं पता है, इसलिए तेरे को आना पड़ेगा। फिर वो 6 महीने बाद मेरे पास दिल्ली गए और देखा उन्होंने मुझको। मैं एनिमल सेविंग करता था मेनका गांधी जी के साथ में। कोई भालू को प्रताड़ित करता था, कोई कुत्ते को प्रताड़ित करता था, उसको मैं रेस्क्यू करता था, चाहे वो डंडे के बल पे हो, चाहे वो पुलिस के बल पे हो, चाहे वो मसल्स के बल पर हो। तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैंने तुमको इसीलिए कहा था कि तुमको मेरे पास आना पड़ेगा और गायों की सेवा करना पड़ेगा। कुछ समय के बाद मेरी और उनसे थोड़ी नज़दीकियाँ बढ़ती चली गई और उन्होंने 2 साल बाद मुझसे पूछा कि तुम्हारी शिक्षा क्या है। तो मैंने कहा कि मैंने BA रशियन में किया है जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी से, MBA फाइनेंस से किया कुरुक्षेत्र यूनिवर्सिटी से, और सर्टिफाइड फाइनेंशियल टेक्नीशियन मैंने US से उसका अभी सर्टिफिकेशन मैंने लिया है। तो पूछा कि CFA क्या होता है। मैंने कहा ये फाइनेंशियल कंसल्टेंट के तौर पे एक डिग्री होती है। तो उन्होंने कहा कि ठीक है, तुमको फ्यूचर में एज ए फाइनेंशियल कंसल्टेंट के तौर पर ही मेरे कार्य को आगे बढ़ाना है। और अभी जब शरीर पूरा हुआ था तो केरला से आए थे, तो उन्होंने मुझको रात को 2 बजे फ़ोन किया कि मुझे राजू बोलते थे, राजू मैं एयरपोर्ट पे आ गया हूँ, मुझे लेने आ जाओ। मैं आया। उन्होंने मेरी पत्नी से बोला कि तुम वृंदावन कब रहने के लिए आ रहे हो। बड़ा अचंभा सा लगा, क्योंकि कहीं कोई प्लान में नहीं था कि मुझे वृंदावन आना पड़ेगा। तो मेरी पत्नी ने बोला कि हम लोग राधा रानी से प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं कि हमको जल्दी से जल्दी मौका दे। लेकिन जब प्रभु जी से मैं लास्ट मार्च में मिला तो उस दिन उनकी बहुत तबीयत ख़राब थी। मैंने उनको बोला कि मैं आपको कुछ मेडिसिन्स दिला के लाता हूँ। उन्होंने कहा नहीं, मैं कोई अंग्रेज़ी दवाई नहीं खाऊंगा। नेक्स्ट डे मुझे कहीं बाहर जाना पड़ा। मुझे किसी प्रभु ने बोला कि उन्होंने आपको हॉस्पिटल से सो मैनी टाइम्स, बहुत बार आपको फ़ोन किया, चूँकि फ़ोन मेरे पास नहीं था और वो किसी ने भी मुझे फ़ोन किया कि मैंने अभी आपको फ़ोन नहीं किया। जिस दिन उनका शरीर पूरा हुआ उस दिन रात को मैं पूरी रात बेचैन था कि मुझे नींद क्यों नहीं आ रही है। और मेरी पत्नी बोली कि तुम आज घूम क्यों रहे पूरे घर में ऐसा। मैंने कि मुझे नींद नहीं आ रही, कुछ परेशानी हो रही है। ये डर मुझको 1 साल पहले भी लगा था कि कहीं प्रभु जी चले ना गए हो, मैं था नहीं यहाँ पर। जैसे ही मैं अपने ऑफिस पहुँचा, संडे का दिन था, तभी किसी प्रभु का फ़ोन आया कि आपके प्रभु जी का शरीर पूरा हो गया। 1 साल पहले उन्होंने मुझसे कहा था कि राजू तुमको मेरे शरीर को अग्नि देनी है। तो मुझे बड़ा अटपटा सा लगा। मैंने कहा कि प्रभु जी आई डोंट वांट टू स्पॉइल नाउ। बोला नहीं नहीं, मैं अभी नहीं जा रहा हूँ, बट तुमको वो देनी है। तो जिस समय आया तो उस समय मुझको देहरादून में मैं था। देहरादून से मुझको दिल्ली आना, जो मुझे 7 से 8 घंटे लगने थे, वो मैं यहाँ पे 4 घंटे में पहुँचा। इमेज कर सकते कि मैंने कितनी तेज़ गाड़ी चलाई होगी कि कई जो मेरे साथ बैठे थे वो लोग डर रहे थे कि कहीं एक्सीडेंट ना हो जाए। लेकिन द ग्रेस ऑफ कृष्णा मुझको यहाँ पहुँचा और मुझे अपने प्रभु की, अपने पिता तो प्रभु जी की अंतिम कार्य करने का मौका मिला। उनकी बहुत सारी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें मेरे जीवन में इतनी अंदर से जुड़ गई हैं कि मतलब ये बड़ा अभी तक सभी जो बताया कि वो गाय, लेकिन मेरे साथ उनका एक अजीब सा रहस्यात्मक था। वो ऐसी चीज़ बोलते थे कि जो 2 साल बाद मुझको समझ में आती थी कि प्रभु जी ये बात मेरे से क्यों बोल रहे थे। अभी जाने से पहले उन्होंने बोला कि तुम जाओ और जैसे प्रभु जी ने बोला कि संस्कृत सीखो, लर्न संस्कृत। उन्होंने मुझसे बोला कि जाओ व्याकरण सीखो, तुमको व्याकरण सीखनी है। तो मैंने कई सारी जगह पता किया तो सबने बोला कि बनारस में बहुत अच्छा मिलेगा। लेकिन ऑल ऑफ सडन दिल्ली में ही एक लाल बहादुर संस्कृत विद्यापीठ है, यूनिवर्सिटी है, वहाँ के प्रोफेसर बोले कि तुमको कहीं परेशान होने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, मैं तुम्हारा एडमिशन अपने संस्थान में करा दूँगा। तो उनकी कई चीज़ें जो उन्होंने 2 साल पहले कही थी वो 2 साल बाद घटित होती थी। तो मुझे लगता था कि कहीं ना कहीं उनका मेरा पिछले जन्म से कोई संबंध था कि जो हम पिछले जन्म में पूरा नहीं कर पाए वो हम इस जन्म में शायद पूरा कर रहे थे। जबकि मेरा एसोसिएशन उनका ज़्यादा दिन का नहीं था, 2010 में मैं मिला था, आज 2015 है। लेकिन इतनी सारी जीवन में मेरे परिवर्तन ला दिया कि जहाँ मैं बहुत ज़्यादा मटेरियल एग्जिस्टेंस के पीछे दौड़ता था, अब मैं उसको छोड़ के 2013 में मुझसे बोला कि आप जाओ VIC से भक्ति शास्त्री करो। प्रशांति माता ने मुझको अपने यहाँ पे अपने संस्थान में दाखिला दिया, मुझको पढ़ाया। तो इतनी छोटी छोटी कई सारी चीज़ें थी। एक नील गाय थी इनके यहाँ पर, उसको बुखार हो गया, उसने प्रेग्नेंट थी, उसने बच्चे को डिलीवर किया। उसने प्रभु जी ने फ़ोन किया कि राजू ऐसे नील गाय को परेशानी हो गई है, उसको दिखना बंद हो गया है। तो चूँकि मैं एनिमल में काम करता था मेनका गांधी के साथ, तो मैंने एक डॉक्टर को फ़ोन किया कि तुम वहाँ फ़ौरन जाओ वृंदावन, वहाँ मेरे प्रभु जी हैं, उनको कुछ परेशानी हो गई है। वो यहाँ पे आया, उसने देखा कि उसको कैल्शियम की कमी हो गई थी डिलीवरी के दौरान नील गाय को। उन्होंने इंजेक्शन दिया और उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि शायद मुश्किल ही बच पाएगी। उन्होंने वो मुझे मैसेज डिलीवर कर दिया। लेकिन मैंने प्रभु जी को डर के मारे नहीं बताया कि प्रभु जी को बहुत ठेस लगेगी, दिल को ठेस लगेगी। लेकिन 2 दिन बाद उनका शरीर पूरा हो गया। तो उन्होंने मुझको फ़ोन करके पूछा तुमने मुझे ऐसा बताया क्यों नहीं था। तो मैंने कहा प्रभु जी मैं नहीं चाहता था कि आपके दिल को ठेस लगे। तो उन्होंने बोला कि मुझसे हमेशा सत्य बोलना सीखो। मैंने झूठ भी नहीं बोला था, लेकिन मैंने वो छिपाया था। लेकिन उनका वो था तर्क कि तुम मुझसे सत्य बोलना सीखो। ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें, और प्रभु जी के बारे में तो और मैं कुछ नहीं बोल पाऊँगा। बहुत छोटी छोटी चीज़ें मेरी ज़िंदगी से जुड़ी हुई हैं, एक से एक छोटी छोटी चीज़। अब लगता है कि कैसे आगे मेरा जीवन चलेगा उनके बिना, बड़ा ही मुश्किल होगा। उनका जो क्षति हुई है, जो नुकसान हुआ है, वो कैसे पूरा मेरा होगा। हरे कृष्णा।
I'd like to thank R.P. Singh for telling us a very beautiful story. He just, on one of Mahadini Swami's television programs, he saw the little line on the bottom about caring for cows, and somehow he came here and met Kurma Rupa Prabhu, told him, you come here every Friday, it's not so possible. Anyway, slowly, my whole life changed by associating with Kurma Rupa.
Hare Krishna. Actually, I have no right to speak before such great devotees of the Lord and Srila Prabhupada's disciples. But as a matter of duty, I think I should speak about Kurma Rupa Prabhu. I am very simple, insignificant person. I'm just a particle of a dust under your lotus feet. I am nothing. I came to Vrindavan on November 1994. And I was on 1998 initiated by my beloved Guru Maharaj. And 1999, I entered the Bhakti Shastri course of VHE. It was going on in Gurukula building. And at that time, I met Kurma Rupa Prabhu. I was already PhD in nuclear physics. I was so proud of myself. So I had students. So in Uzbekistan, I am from Uzbekistan, from Tashkent. So I was thinking, I know everything. So with this pride, I arrived to Vrindavana, and in 1999, I accepted as a student of Bhakti Shastri. And the first teacher whom I met there was Kurma Rupa Prabhu. For a few months, I had so close association with this devotee. And I was teacher myself, and when I met him, he crushed all my imaginations, all my pride. And many people said many things about how he's crushing this the English. No, he's crushing the ego, but how it manifests like not arrogance, hypocrisy. I was thinking I'm all right, I'm so nice, innocent person. No. He was teaching, he started to teach nectar of instruction, Upadeshamrita, of Rupa Goswami. And I remember he was putting in front of us such unusual questions. We all were sitting on the big round table, around this table, and he was sitting in front of us. And it was such intimate atmosphere, but he was the most strict teacher whom I saw in my life. He was very, very strict. And I was afraid of him like anything. He was like mountain. I came from the country of mountains, around a lot of mountains in my country. And you know, when I saw him, he was just like mountain. Nobody can crush him, and no any thunderbolt can crush him. So he was such monumental. He was very much as a mountain for me, and I was afraid of him like anything. So he was putting questions like this. For example, you are on the bank, on the shore of the ocean, big, great ocean, and you cannot swim. And in that ocean, somebody drowning in front of you, and you cannot swim, and nobody around. What you will do? And you know, these questions disclosing everybody's nature, everybody answering in different way, according to their nature. And when it turned to me, I said, I don't know. I cannot swim, even in the water pool, what to say about ocean. But I'm very big compassionate to those persons who are dying in the ocean, drowning in the ocean, and nobody around. Whom can I call? What can I do? And I said, I will call Krishna! Please help this person. And he was very much satisfied. And he was so strict, so we were awaiting the answers for our essays with such trembling, what he will say. And he was very much strict. So for a few months, I was in close association with him. And then I finished Bhakti Shastri, and as this position of conditioned souls, we are very forgetful. Material world is a abode of forgetful persons, of forgetfulness. So I forgot everything, and I started another life. So, but I continued in VIG, Bhakti Vaibhava, and then Bhakti Vedanta. And when I was doing Bhakti Vaibhava, I was studying Sanskrit, doing this, that. I was again proud of myself. He reminded me again about himself. Prashanta Mataji, director of VIG, she invited me to her room in NVT. She was going somewhere, and she was teaching me how to play tampura. In the classes of Bhakti Vaibhava, we were playing tampura. And she chose me as a person who should play tampura in her absence. So she was giving some classes to me. And then it was evening. And then she said, Satyavati, do you know, take some milk? I said, it's okay, I like milk. And she gave me a glass of milk. I took that glass, and I remember now those impressions, those experiences. I took that glass, I touched the glass, and I took a little bit of that milk inside of my mouth. I couldn't understand what I took. I was completely lost. I never ever experienced such taste. It was amazing. It was not milk. It was something else. And I said, Prashanta, what you gave me, what is it? She said, this is milk. I said, this is not milk. This is something else. What is it? Tell me. And she said, this is milk from Kurma Rupa Prabhu's Goshala. I said, Kurma Rupa? Kurma Rupa Prabhu has his own Goshala? She said, yes, you don't know? I said, I didn't know. This was not milk. She said, so what is it? I said, this is pure cream. It was fat, yellow color, and it was very dense. I was enjoying every portion of that milk, and I was feeling all my body slowly was filled with love and compassion, and my whole existence was changed suddenly. All my pride, everything gone somewhere. This was second experience of Kurma Rupa Prabhu. After few years, again, this material world of forgetfulness. I forgot everything, all these experiences also. And one day, I was looking for some of my friend who was also teaching to me harmonium now. So I was looking for this address in Madhuban colony, and I couldn't find. I was looking for a long time, and suddenly I came to some door, and I just started to knock it. Suddenly the door is open, and in the door I saw Kurma Rupa Prabhu. He was staying in the door, and he very politely asked, yes, Mataji? I was feeling myself like I came again from outer space into the real Vrindavana. Just by seeing him, he was reminding me something, real Vrindavana. I said, Prabhu, I'm just looking for this address. I couldn't find it for a long time. He just showed me the way to go. And this was last. But this is actually was not last. Just 2 weeks before, I was chanting my japa around Tulasi. And somebody came on scooter. When I looked, it was Kurma Rupa Prabhu. He brought a big pot of milk for deities. And he was bringing it exactly at the same time, every day. And I was accustomed to meet him every day nearby Tulasi, because he was putting his scooter there, and then brahmacharis coming and taking milk inside. who knows? Who knew that after just few days he will leave body? I didn't know about that. Because we are forgetful not only about others, we forgetful about our own self, that we can die. We think this material world forever. We will be forever useful, happy, and healthy, and get everything what we like. So when Kishori Mataji told me, we went with Kishori Mataji somewhere, and going by motor rickshaw somewhere, she said, Satyavati, do you know one more disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he's dying. I said, who is dying? It's just Brahmananda Prabhu left. And who is dying? She said, I forgot his name, but he has his own Goshala. I said, Kurma Rupa Prabhu? She said, yes, exactly. Kurma Rupa Prabhu leaving his body. You can come today evening and see him. I was completely shocked. I couldn't come. I couldn't come. I had time. I could walk. I could go there with devotees, but I couldn't go. Maybe I'm too emotional being conditioned by this women body. But I knew, Paramatma said me, don't go. Why? I know very well why I didn't go. I didn't go because I won't remember him like he was. I don't want to see him lying down, dependent on doctors, depending on some Ayurvedic medicine, or cartridge, or this, or that, or catheter, or anesthesia. No, never, never, ever. Shri Krishna, the Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita said to Arjuna, go and say to everybody, my devotee will never vanish. Devotee of Krishna never destroyed. And this young man, this Dinanath Prabhu, I remember him. He was also with us in this Bhakti Shastri course. And also Matsyavatara Prabhu from Australia. He was also with us in that course. So I was in touch with such great personalities at this time, but I couldn't appreciate it. And we are appreciating when person is already gone, and we're hearing so many good things about him. Oh, I couldn't appreciate. But my level was like this, that I couldn't appreciate. But now I am feeling so much closer myself to Kurma Rupa Prabhu. Now I started to appreciate what he did. And then something happened yesterday. Yesterday, Balabhadra Prabhu gave lecture on cow protection from first canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. I was completely finished. My heart was broken because in Uzbekistan, from Delhi to Tashkent, only 2 hours, 15 minutes flight. 2 hours, 15 minutes flight only. Whole India was occupied by Muslims from my country, from Samarkand, from Timur. And this in Agra, this Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan, who is great grandson of Babur, who was living just next to my city. I'm from Tashkent and next to Samarkand. The big empire, greatest empire at this time. He occupied whole India. All queens, kings was serving to Babur like anything. All Muslims in India came from my country. And now what we are seeing in Uzbekistan, and I was also in Kazakhstan, Bibi Bhakti Bringa Govinda Maharaj made a big farm there. So one time I was going from Uzbekistan to Kazakhstan, this 12 hours journey, very heavy, quite dangerous journey from the desert, a lot of deserts in Kazakhstan, at night, alone, and big wolves there running next to a bus. So we going to Bibi Govinda Maharaja's farm. And then on the one place, bus stopped. And with one lady, we just went down because sitting too long in bus is too much. So for 5-10 minutes, just go around the bus. Go little further is dangerous. So we are going around, like around. And there was some building, 12 midnight, I saw some building, and very quiet, nobody's there. I said, just go up to this building and go back to bus. We went to the building, nearby building, and I'm seeing 5-6 young, huge men, Kazakh men. They're pulling huge, big bull inside of that building. They're pulling him. And this, because he's very huge, very strong, this bull don't want to go inside. All his legs on the land, and they're pushing him, and they cannot push him inside. They have no stance. And then one of them took big stick, very thick stick, and started beat this bull like anything. Bull was crying, and nobody's there. Me and this Mataji together. We are looking to this picture. It was very painful, and I'm too much emotional. And then they put bull inside. And building is so clean, nice. I was saying, what is building this? Why is they pulling bull inside? This not looks like Goshala, place where keep cow or bull. This so clean, nothing is there. As soon as I said that, after 3-5 minutes, I saw the running blood from the door. Blood was running towards us. No, I was completely finished again. And same thing I saw every day I'm seeing in Uzbekistan. That's why for 20 years I'm here now. I arrived in 1994. I couldn't go there. People eating meat a lot. I'm eating meat also, 25 years before, cow meat also. But then, now, I have some compassion to these poor animals, especially for cows. And my neighbor, where I am staying, just next door, young man, 20 years old, he was a butcher. And he was every night, at night, he was killing poor animals at night. And I'm hearing just voices, like a woman crying. I said to my relatives, what is going on there? They said, he's killing next animal. He's selling the meat. This is very profitable, very good, business in our country. And after next year, I came back again to Uzbekistan. And she said, this young man, butcher, he died. I said, why he's died? He's just 21 years. He just married, newly married man. What happened with him? Was raining. And he went to his job and was electricity not working. He just opened where all electricity can be repaired. And he was just putting his hand, and big voltage, electricity, he got the electrical shock and immediately died. And all body was in ashes. Even no body left, was ashes. I said, this is punishment. This is punishment of Krishna. Even there looks very religious. Srila Prabhupada said about Muslim people is good. They're very strictly following to their namaz 5 times a day. They're doing strictly, but only one thing, if they will stop to eat meat, they will be very great devotees of the Lord. And last thing I want to say, this is land of Krishna Balarama, Vrindavan, Vrajabhumi, land of Krishna Balarama, Radharani, Gopis and Gopas. This is only one business here, to pasturing cows, milking cows, churning milk, making yogurt, ghee, of the sweets, milk sweets for the pleasure of the Lord Krishna and Balaram. Nothing else we can do in Vrajabhumi. But this whole planet Earth, actually what is it? Bharata Varsha. This is Bharata Varsha, one of the field of Jambudvip. And Srila Prabhupada, just yesterday I read his purport, I gave Bhagavad Gita class yesterday on Purushottama Yoga, on 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, because Purushottama Adhika Masa, and there Srila Prabhupada said, those who already got knowledge about themselves, they should, themselves and about Krishna, they should go and preach, not just sit for our own benefit in Vrindavan, like Prabhuji said, hiding themselves in institution. How I'm doing, I'm hiding myself inside of institution. So, not hiding themselves, just go, preach boldly, and completely depend on Krishna. Krishna is friend and husband for every living being. He will protect. And I'm asking, I'm begging Balabhadra Prabhu to come to Uzbekistan. I am very, very much, I'm coward. I am very much coward. They make me afraid, this Muslim man. We will make with you such sin that you cannot even imagine. And I'm in Vrindavan for 20 years, hiding myself inside of institution, behind of the devotees. But I think we should do something in Uzbekistan, in these Muslim countries, for protection cows and bull. Just like Balabhadra Prabhu gave very nice advice, just make a small land by the few cows and bull, and by our own example, just to show that cow and bull give much more profitable. They are more profitable when they're alive, not that just beef. They're more profitable when they're alive, giving milk or using in agriculture. And Balaram is the deity of agriculture. Today he's carrying plow. And Krishna is the deity of cows, caring for cow. So I won't finish here, and I'm so happy that at the last moment, Kurma Rupa Prabhu, he changed again my life just by his disappearance. Those lying who Vaishnava dies, Vaishnava never dies. He's always living in his instructions and in his examples. So even by his glorious departure in Ekadashi, early morning in Purushottama Adhika Masa in Vrindavana, Kurma Rupa Prabhu set the best examples for us to follow. So I have no right to sit in Vrindavana anymore and just hide myself up to my natural death, sit in Vrindavana and await for my death. No, I want also such glorious departure as Kurma Rupa Prabhu, as Brahmananda Prabhu, as others. This glorious departure is set example for next generation. We cannot just hide ourselves. So my humble request to Balabhadra Prabhu, just come to us. I'm coward, and we cannot do ourselves. Everything prohibited in Uzbekistan. We have small temple established by Gopal Krishna Goswami in Tashkent, in capital. But any time, any moment, this temple can be closed. They want to do this. We have Gaurani deities, but 30 years before was installed. But nevertheless, we need like staunch devotees, like Kurma Rupa Prabhu. He gave to me this impulse, stimulation, and now Balabhadra Prabhu and other devotees, if they welcome to Uzbekistan, to Tashkent, just give us some support. Kurma Prabhu ki jai! Shivrajabhumi Vrindavana ki jai!
Expressing the wonderful inspiration that she got from Kurma Rupa. We have one more person. He's all the way down at the end. That's Jagannath Prabhu. So we'd like to ask our Governor Jagannath Prabhu
Hare Krishna. Kurma Rupa Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. I'll make this very short, and because we'll speak about Kurma Rupa Prabhu's qualities, hopefully it'll be sweet. It should be sweet. I had very little association with Kurma Rupa Prabhu, but it was very, very sweet, very profoundly affecting, and it was very timely too. I moved with my family 20 years ago to India to protect cows and make cheese and have a prasadam business and live in a village. All this, of course, was inspired by Srila Prabhupada. After some time of getting a little bit established, we were able to move to make a trip to Vrindavan. I arrived in Vrindavan with what some people would say is a big herd, but it wasn't cows, it was children. We came with our 7 children, and besides herding the kids, I was trying to keep one eye on the deities and one eye on my children. But Srila Prabhupada, I realized Krishna Balaram was so kind that they sent Kurma Rupa Prabhu to me. One day he approached me and began speaking to me, and I was overwhelmed by how sweet he was. And to this very day, I say he's the sweetest devotee I've ever met. He invited all of us to his Goshala for lunch prasadam, and it was an amazing experience because he was so personal with me, and he showed so much personal love, as we've heard, to the cows and bulls. It was a whole nother world. It really it was mind-blowing. I left Vrindavan deeply affected by his association, and it changed. Actually, the cows were already changing my life. Krishna consciousness, as we're hearing about, it's actually based on cow protection. Krishna loves the brahmanas, but he loves the cows more. And if you're around cows, you'll see what kind of amazing effect they have on you. And in Kurma Rupa Prabhu's association, this intensified, because I seen his Goshala, how nicely he had it. I'm not from a farming background, so that was, he showed everything to me. It was Krishna's arrangement, and the way he dealt with all the cows, it was just very, very enlightening. Sometime later, being very busy, but many years later, I was able to come again. And again, herding the children and keeping one eye on Radha Shamsundar's lotus feet. Somehow the Kurma Rupa would find me again. And I was sitting with him in his flat over there by the Pepsi building, and he was showing me his website, and again, talking Varnashram and the greater picture. And of course, any of us who are reading Srila Prabhupada's books and very deeply and understanding his mission, we know that this Varnashram is very, very important. It's something that we haven't all done yet. And again, timely, I came about 10 days ago, and I heard that Kurma Rupa was sick, so I immediately went to see him, and he was still able to sit up and talk, and I was able to talk with him, and it was, again, very wonderful to see him, and he was, you can tell he wasn't looking very good, but he said, no, actually, I'm going to go overcome this. I'll be at the Goshala tomorrow. So I was, okay, I'll come and see you there. So I came a couple of days later, and it was the day before he passed, and he was laying down in the bed. He couldn't sit up, and as Prabhu had said, he was in a lot of distress. So we had kirtan for some time, and I was able to, which was, again, very timely and very wonderful, being at his Goshala again, all of this deep, the energy that he had put into me and what Prabhupada is putting into me, and the necessity that we all feel for this movement that needs to be completed, the other 50%. It was weighing very heavily on me. And I was able to, he wasn't able to speak, but I was able to hold his hand, squeeze my hand and talk to him. And it was just very, very intense, very, again, profound and wonderful. And of course, his leaving is so exalted. May we all be so fortunate to live like him and leave like him, leave this world. We've heard from so many devotees about what we need to do to complete our movement, to have the house that Srila Prabhupada built. I mean, after Prabhupada left, that love that we all experienced when Prabhupada was here, that kind of diminished. It was no longer reflecting in all of our hearts, I think. When Prabhupada was here, he had so much love, and the temples were so full of love. It was a different time. But I think Kurma Rupa Prabhu was showing the way today, if you look at it, his life. He went out and collected all these cows that were neglected, abused. Why?